Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. Welcome to Islamia College, Department of Business Administration. So, before I go to this today's class, let me congratulate you all for being promoted to third year. It's really interesting, surprising, inspiring, astonishing, awesome, and what not to describe. So, today, let's discuss about retail management, starting with level 1 syllabus tour. So, once again, let me welcome you all. This syllabus tour is nothing but it's a blueprint where we are going to discuss the basic concepts or the basic key points related to this subject. Let us introduce ourselves to the subject and vice versa, and let us feel at home before we start the subject. This course, previously we call it as subject, consists of five key points. The first one is the basics. Second, course objectives. Third, course contents. Fourth, course outcomes. And the final one, the various sources related to the course. So coming to the first part, certain basic things we must learn about this course, that is retail management. The course title is retail management and the course code is U8BA5006. And as per the syllabus finalized by the Board of Studies, this course has 4 lectures per week and 1 tutorial and 2 credits. So this subject will give you 2 credit points. So coming to the course objectives. So what is the purpose, what is the aim of this course, why this course was added to BBA subject, what is the purpose? So the key purpose are that the students, being the future entrepreneurs, managers, businessmen, or even it can be a public, so they must know about retailing, its trends, various techniques, and various technologies related to the subject. So coming to the course contents, what are the various topics, various uh, elements or concepts related to this subject? It is made up of 5 units as usual, and that should be completed in 60 hours. An hour could be 30 minutes class or it could be a 50 minutes class. So we'll discuss in detail about this content of this subject course. Now coming to the outcomes, course outcomes. So course outcomes are what the expectations after completing this course as a student. So what is expected from you? That is called as course outcomes. So we expect that you students, after completing this course successfully, will be able to recall, write, as well as practice the various things related to the retailing. Now coming to the final one, the various sources through which we can obtain the material, the knowledge, experience, or skills related to retail management. So you have textbooks, you have study materials, and it is available online as well as offline. It is up to you to go through the material. Next, coming to the content, coming to the key points. So unit 1, as usual, unit 1 in this course retail management is introduction. So in this introduction part consists of the basics of the basic topics of retail management, that include definition of retailing, because in any subject when we start with, we must learn at least one definition of that subject. So here you must learn about what is retailing and how to define retailing. Second one, the features of retailing, how a retailing should look like, how we can understand retailing. It has certain features, certain characteristics, certain nature through which it is identified. So the third point, importance of retailing. So what are the benefits, why we should learn retailing? Is it important? Yes. So here we are going to discuss about the importance of retailing. So the fourth point, functions of retailing. So various activities related to retailing. So what are the various activities of a retailer, that will be discussed in functions of retailing. So the next one is types of retailers. What are the different classifications, kinds or types of retailers? Retailing in India, since we are living in India, we must know the immediate environment, that is the retailing situations within India. And finally, retailing from international perspectives. So how this retailing is seen at global level, and what are the various trends are there, that will discussed in retailing from international perspectives. So since retailing is it is an important topic, and we do retailing with or without our knowledge, so we will discuss about, in addition to this theory, certain practical retailing practices. Now moving on to unit 2, is shopper behavior and online retailing. So here we are going to discuss about the various behavior of shoppers and various online retailing practices. This unit consists of topics like retail shopper behavior. So here we must learn what is who are the shoppers and what is meant by behavior. So since behavior is just the reaction or the actions of the shoppers. Next one is the factors influencing the retail shoppers. So what are the various things that influence the retail shoppers to do or not to do retailing? It could be a positive or it could be a negative thing. Something that influences them, something that makes them to do certain decisions or to do some activities. Those are called as the factors. Or it could be certain reason also. Next one is the customer decision making process. So here we are going to discuss about how customers decide whether buying a product, or even it could be rejecting a product. Next, selecting the product based on the brand name, pricing or advertising, how they decide. So they follow a process that will be discussed here. Next one is very interesting, is the online retailing. So this is a trend, online retailing. Surely we'll discuss about various online applications like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, and Max, all whatever the apps, online or shopping apps you're using, we'll discuss here. It will be a really interesting topic. Next one is importance of online retailing. Why we should learn about online retailing, how important it is. Next, advantage of online retailing. What are the benefits are there when we have physical products, when we have physical shops, nearby shops, we have neighborhood shops. But why we should go online? What are the advantages are there? Next, like other side of a coin, there are disadvantages of online retailing we must be aware of, so that we can avoid all those disadvantages of online retailing. And finally, the types of online retailing. What are the different types are there? We see online retailing as just one thing, but there are different types are there that we'll learn into. Next, moving on to unit 3, the retail location, the place where these retail shops are located. Is there anything behind it? Whether they set up casually or is there any strategy is there, that we'll discuss here. So this unit 3 includes site selection, how they select the site carefully. Next one is the influencing factors in site selection. So what factor influence them to select or reject a particular site, that will be discussed here. And next one is the location decision. For example, location area, market area, primary trading, concentric zones. So how they decide the location. For example, you have production plant one side, you have showroom is another side. So they select their location before they locate their things. So retail development, how they develop this retail trading, that includes the various types like solitary site, unplanned shopping area site, planned shopping area site. These are the various types of sites. And finally, the types of planned shopping area. What are the different kinds or varieties of shopping? Planned shopping area. So moving on to unit 4, merchandise category and space management. So this unit has two topics. So what is mean by merchandise management, we'll discuss first, and then its phases in developing a merchandise plan. So what are the different stages or the phases developing a merchandise plan, and the methods of calculating merchandise levels. So how they calculate, what are the different methods or techniques they use to calculate the merchandise levels, and the functions of a merchandiser. A merchandiser's various activities, what he does, and the visual merchandise management. So using the video, how they do the merchandising, and its objectives, various aims. And next one is the category management and the different reasons why they do the category management, and different process of category management, different levels or stages of category management. Next, space management, how they manage the space of a retail shop and its various objectives, why we should learn about space management, why objectives, and followed by space planning and process, how they plan the space and what are the different stages are there. So moving on to the final and the last one is unit 5, that is the retail location. It includes retail promotion, sorry, it is retail promotion, the definition of retail promotion, promotional objectives, and smart objectives, and promotional advertising, and then finally sales promotion. So how they promote the sales, whether it is a off season sale, when the sale comes down, or when they want to improve the sales, what are the different strategies they follow to attract the customer and do the selling. So these are the five different units we are going to discuss, and let me tell you that these are all very interesting topics, and these are all practical things. If you learn all these topics in addition to passing the examination, surely you are going to apply all these things in your life. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of this introductory part. My dear students, please stay home, stay safe, do wear masks, do wash hands, and please keep maintain physical distance. If you want to connect, please do connect virtually. So that's all for the day. So stay tuned until next episode we are going to meet. So thank you so much for watching this video. I would request all of you to kindly subscribe, like, comment my Fuzail Pro channel, YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum and one and all.